Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Give it a second for people to jump on. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday morning. If you're working, it's Friday. You can do it. You can make it. If you're at home, I hope you're staying warm. There's a lot of intense weather going around different places and some nice weather in other places. So yay for you guys that get some nice warm weather early in the season. And some people are enjoying this storm coming through California and getting some snow and things like that. So it's kind of fun. It's just something different. Some snow days. Not typical. So yeah, here we are. I have eye masks on. I'll let them do their little thing for a minute. We only have a few days left of February, getting close to the end of the month. I feel like February just whizzes on by, right? So a few days left to grab these great deals. So again, the specials I have are skincare, which is a smaller skincare bundle. That one has Beauty Uplift Oil, eye cream, lip mask, and a targeted serum. And then if you need a restart on your skincare, like just a whole package of, you just know you need to kind of restart your whole regimen you have. That's what I'm looking for. Message me or comment restart. Now we don't have to put a whole sentence. Keywords are just an easy way for you to message one word, and then I know exactly what it is that you're interested in, right? So that's what keywords are for. So if you want to get the restart, that one's going to be Beauty Uplift Oil, lip mask, cleanser with boosters, a day or night moisturizer with boosters. Okay, so again, boosters are additional things you get to add to these products. Like alone, these products are amazing. So like the cleanser does wonders by itself. But in addition to that, you get to add 3 boosters customized to your skin type. So like if you have large pores, if you just want extra hydration, if you have fine lines and wrinkles and you want more targeted for that, if you need more exfoliating, okay, you get to pick the boosters in the products that you're buying. So you get to target it specifically for your skin type. So it's so nice, okay? So again, for the restart, you'll get the Beauty Uplift Oil. You'll get a lip mask, cleanser, day or night moisturizer, and the cleansing balm, which is makeup remover, and it's like hydration for your skin too, okay? So those are the 2 skincare bundles I have going. And of course, if there's something else you see that you're interested in, let me know and we will see what we can squeeze together for you. Not a problem. I just got my hair cut the other day, so I'm still getting used to having short bangs again, and today they're kind of just doing their own little thing. I don't like the 90s middle part. It just brings back some elementary school memories, and I don't know if I want to have some good memories in there too, but definitely not the hairstyles. So I gotta get these guys trained back where they need to be. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. If you're here, say hello so I know you're here. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay, drop me a comment, tell me you're here, okay? Oh my goodness, I love these guys. So I bought these a while ago and I started using them and I loved them so much, I decided I'm gonna hoard them and not use them because they're amazing and I don't want them to go away kind of thing. This cuckoo brain here. And then I was like, you know what, I'm off all week, I'm doing lives all week, so I'm gonna just use them because I love them. I'm home, and I want to show them off to you guys because they were so amazing. And then this morning when I was looking at my eyes before I put these on, I was like, wow, I need to start using these more regularly and more consistently. Like everything else, consistency makes a difference. So I'm definitely noticing more hydration, less puffiness in the morning when I wake up, all the things that come along with using these eye masks, right? So they have stuff in them to help reduce puffiness, add hydration, okay? They feel so nice and calming in that area too. So I have really dry, crepey under eyes. I talk about this every day because I want you guys to understand that. So that's why I put so much moisture into my under eye area. Because I don't want all my fine lines and wrinkles to be like showing off because I'm not hydrated, right? So if you have dry, unhydrated skin, you need to add these things, right? So these also have licorice root, which adds brightening too. So it also makes the skin seem brighter, which is going to help with those dark circles and things like that. So yeah. I had a few notes on some fun positivity stuff that I was listening to on my podcast, and I just wanted to bring here and share with everybody in hopes that somebody, even if it's just one person, finds this helpful and can implement it into their lives. It's kind of a lot, so we're just going to chat as I do makeup and get ready, but I just love how these things feel, so I keep touching them. All right, well, while those are on, I'm going to spray my face with some rose water. This like super windy weather that I have right now is really, really drying out my skin. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to throw on some lip mask just to keep my lips hydrated while I talk this whole time. Good morning, Carrie. How are you feeling today? Any better yet? Going to the doctor soon? So I'm going to throw some lip mask on. So if you notice, half the things I do, more than half the things I do, are hydration, right? And I drink a lot of water too. So I'm not somebody that's not drinking water. I literally carry my water bottle around with me. I'm constantly refilling it. I am that person going, where's the water refill station? Why don't you have one? So I hydrate my skin from the outside. I hydrate my body from the inside because I know how important that is. I hardly ever drink anything but water and coffee and tea. But water is my like go-to. Every once in a while I'll have a soda, but it's really far and few between. There's not many other beverages that I really consume other than just water and coffee. And I really just have my morning coffee and then I start on my water. So I am excited. I have some water mix-in packets coming from another company that I love. So I will share this with you when I get those. But those are coming too. So I add those sometimes to my water just to get extra like vitamins, nutrients, gut health stuff going. But so that's that. Good. Yay, 1 o'clock. I hope, let me know when you get back, and I hope you get some answers and some help on feeling better, because that's the pits when you just can't kick something and you're like doing all the things and you're still feeling crappy. Like, so deterring. Right? All right. So those guys have done their work. Get my notes for my positivity chat for today. So I'm going to start with my eye cream. And again, you'll get this eye cream in the smaller skincare bundle. If you want to get the larger skincare bundle, I know both bundles come with some of the same stuff. So if you want to kind of blend those together, we can do that. We would take out those doubles and make adjustments for you as far as that goes. Oh, this stuff feels so good. Okay. I'm going to go with my eye cream, which I really, after putting on the mask and then the eye cream, I notice the tightening effects a lot more with this eye cream. Okay. So this again also has caffeine in it. It's going to tighten and help reduce the appearance of those dark under eye circles, right? And reduce some of my puffiness I have. You guys see when I do that, for sure you can see my puffy circles. But so get some of that going. I'm going to go in with my day moisturizer. Love this stuff. Oh, it's cold though. Whew. I feel like I want one of those like baby bottle warmers to put my products on. Not sure if that's like a good thing. It probably isn't. Probably not something you should do. Some of those things. So we're going to talk about like positivity and when you kind of feel like you're stuck living in a negative, I wrote it down, a negative space, and you want to try to break out of that negative space. Like, how do you do that? What can you do? I feel like we so often always get stuck in that vicious circle of, why did this happen to me? Why me? And asking ourselves those questions, and in turn asking ourselves those questions, we kind of beat ourselves up. So when I listen to my positivity podcasts, they always start with a breathing exercise of picking a positive word that like sticks with you. I always talk about like abundance, happiness, joy, love, caring, just things that you like, a word that you associate with your highest level self. Like if you could be the best you could be, what word would describe that? And for me, I always pick the word joy, just because of how that like resonates with me and what that means to me. And then when I think about that word, I picture what if I am in full joy and it's like the best joyful day I could ever picture myself, what does that look like? And I kind of like, in my head, it's either like a still picture, or sometimes it's like a little movie picture happening of like a few things, like few little clips happening in my life of what I look like physically, like my hair, my makeup, my body, what my kids are doing, how I'm interacting with them. And for me, that joyfulness just really comes back to like my family and my kids and like that kind of stuff. Sometimes I connect it with work and my students there, and what joyfulness looks like in the classroom to me with my students. But today I'm just going to focus on family since I'm still off this week. And so what I picture is like, what am I doing with my kids? And are we doing board games? Are we just all hanging out and laughing and like sharing life together and having fun, maybe eating some snacks? And when I picture this, I don't picture us eating like pizza and junk food. I picture us eating like healthy snacks. I see lots of greens and colors and just not anything really specific, but like that's kind of just the image of what I see happening in my vision of joyfulness, and just everybody really like smiling and laughing and just pure joyful bliss together, like as a family. So that is what that word association does for me when I use it. Okay, so how you do this activity is you take a deep breath in, and while you're breathing in, you're just repeating that word to yourself, joy, 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 joy. And then I hold my breath, and while I'm holding my breath, I put that image, that perfectly joyful, blissful day into my head, right? And I am picturing myself in that state, okay? If you want to do it with me, I'm going to put that on so it can kind of thicken and cover my sunspots. And this is my concealer. Remember, all of our beauty products, all of our makeup products are infused with skincare. So skincare is really like more of my jam here than makeup, but our makeup is skincare infused, so you get both, okay? All right, so I'm going to start my deep breath. If you want to do it with me, go for it, okay? And then what I do is I take that image and I really try to live my day as that person that I just envisioned, right? So it's kind of like projecting. I'm creating my day and my future with that, right? So sometimes if I'm feeling frustrated or I know it's going to be a rough day at work, sometimes I'll do this and kind of just recenter myself. It's just a really good way to get right back in touch with who you are. Okay. So this is my concealer. It is a shade or two lighter than my skin because I have these under eye areas that I'm not so fond of. So I like to lighten and brighten them so I don't feel like I have such dark, poofy under eyes. Not sure if I said it, but I mix my concealer with about a 50-50 with my day moisturizer. You can really use any moisturizer that is good and hydrating for this, just because again I have those crepey under eyes, so I like to add that extra moisture in there. Okay, and then I just kind of press that into my skin as I move through that area that I want to conceal or cover. Right. Okay, so that breathing exercise is just one way to really recenter yourself if you're needing that. I like to do it daily because it's kind of like that's me. That's what I want to live in every day. So I envision myself in that every day so I can live my life in that frequency or in that vision state almost, if you will. Okay, so we'll start off with like that word frequency. I kind of like, some people don't, I think, really get that yet, and that's totally fine, or know what it is. So I'm going to kind of explain frequency. Your frequency is what you frequently see. That makes sense? So we know like radio frequencies and sound waves and light waves, and like those are all frequencies, right? So your frequency is what you frequently see. So if you are frequently seeing positivity and joy and happiness and all those things around you, that is going to be your frequency, right? And if you are seeing negative, hurtful, hateful things that make you sad and such things like that all the time, then that is going to be your frequency, right? And you can fall anywhere in between on that spectrum. So for me, it's wanting to always be in a more joyful frequency. So that's why I do my joyful word activity with breathing to kind of get myself reset into that. But yeah, your frequency is what you frequently see. Okay, and I want to be at a high frequency. I want to be happy and joyful all the time, like so much that everybody around me feels the same and they are getting that joyful happiness, those vibes from me. And if they're not, like if they just can't bring themselves to that frequency and it's just repelling them so much, then I know that they're not in the right place to be around me, which is fine, right? Like kind of like magnets, right? So it would kind of repel them. That's because they're so far from the frequency that I'm on. So instead of letting them bring me to their frequency, I'm going to just repel them kind of with my frequency if they can't get sucked in by it, like kind of gravitational pull type situation, right? All right. So clean off my brush bottom, clean off my hand. So do you guys have you ever met somebody who has like been stuck living in the past? Oh, get these guys. I always think of it like the Al Bundy, if you guys know Married with Children, like the Al Bundy mentality, right? Where he was like a superstar in high school, everybody knew him, everybody liked him, and then like that was his peak. He peaked in high school and he kept living in that period of time and never really progressed out of that. Like he has those little flashbacks, but people do that. Like people legitimately have that situation happen to them where they're stuck living in their best time, which for some people is the past, right? And we all have heard those sayings like, the past is great to go and visit, but you can't stay there, right? It's the past for a reason and you have to move on. I feel like on my eye right now, I feel a little weird spot. I'm not blending in. I'm just gonna spray a little rose water on my brush. Add some more moisture there. Kind of weird. Interesting. That seemed to help. Okay, blends out better. So don't be living in the past, but sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you get stuck in your past, and like if your past was great and your youth was great and high school was great or college was great, like you get stuck there and sometimes it's hard. So, right. But with that mentality, right? So if you can be stuck living in the past, why can't you flip that switch and be stuck living in the future instead, right? So why can't you, instead of being stuck in the past, why can't you live from a perspective of the future, right? In that future self you want to be. So kind of like I do my activity of breathing and joyfulness. Why can't I picture myself how I want to be in the future, in this joyfulness, in this amazing state, in this things I want to have. And I think for me, it's more, there's not really things that I like want to have. There's places I want to go. There's experiences I want. So like those things, like why can't I picture myself in the future And why can't I just be living my best futuristic life now? Hope that makes sense. Again, this is all from the podcast that I listen to, so I'm kind of trying to regurgitate the things that I get from that I feel really stick with me, that I really want to share with other people, that I think would help other people that are in the same place that I'm in. Okay, so why not create that person, right? This is my serum plus foundation. So again, this has skin infused serum. My words are all over the place today. Okay. So the makeup is infused with skincare. Okay. So making a mess again. It's okay. So why not create that person that you want to be in the future, who has solved whatever problem or like current situation you're in that you might be hurting in? Why not be that person in the future that has already like solved that problem, right? So if it's finances, why not be that person in the future that has already solved that by either going back to school, right, and getting the career that you want to get, or getting the promotion that you want to get, or if you're living in a place of hurt and pain and trauma, why can't you be that person in the future that is healed, right? Why can't you envision yourself as that healed person in the future and live in that place instead of living in the past and the hurt or in the what ifs? Live in the future place that you're creating. That's what you want to be. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Right? Be the person that is healed and grown and experienced and learned and all those things that you want to be, right? Okay, so same with my concealer. I just dropped my foundation right on that little fatty spot on my hand. And this is my kabuki brush. I love this guy. Okay, I just dip it. And I'm gonna press it into my skin as I move around my face, right? And a little bit goes a long way. I'm telling you guys, this stuff will last you until you need a new color change for a new season. You will not run out, right? And you can use it daily, you can build it up, and I'm telling you, it will still last you into summer. Or if it's in summer, into winter, right? To where you're gonna need to change your color because you've probably been in the sun like me. Or if not, then it'll just last you until like forever, probably. I can't imagine running out before I need a different color. But I'm an outside girl. So I'm gonna work on living my life in my future perspective, right? Because that's just something that I want to start working on. Because I'm completely happy and content where I am right now, but I know there's more out there for me, and I don't know what that is yet, but I think if I take some time and really like meditate, think about it, then I can envision myself into the future and then see what that looks like and start living from that perspective, of being the best like me I can be, right? All right, so I'm gonna wipe off that extra. So we got to remember, right? What you focus on will expand. So if you're focusing on negativity and despair and sadness, that's going to expand and you're going to feel more of that again and again and again. But if you can do the opposite and you can focus on positivity and growth and healing and changing and joyfulness, then that is what's going to expand and that's what's going to grow within you, right? And hopefully grow within you enough to where you can share it out. And that's kind of where I am right now. I'm in this place of like, I'm growing so much inside that I'm like finding this love for like wanting other people to feel how I feel and going through this and like just getting to their best self. So that's kind of why I started sharing these podcast pieces with you guys, because it's really just hit in a certain place with me that I want to share. Okay. Okay. Thought I turned off my volume. Weird. Now it's off. All right. So yeah, focus on the future you and live your life from the future perspective. Okay. I know it's not easy. Like, I totally get it. It's not easy, especially if you have hurt and you're stuck in a place of hurt. I think almost hurt and trauma is like one of the hardest places to come out of and find that vision. But if you could, on a good day, sit and picture how you want to feel, right? How you want to feel without all that anxiety and sadness and hurt and the weight, right? How would you feel without all that? How do you picture yourself in the future without all that weight of hurt? That's what you really got to start focusing on, and seeing that more in yourself, right? Seeing that more in yourself so you can move into that place. All right, so I'm going in with just a matte bronzer, okay? Matte bronzer. You don't have to get a special contour palette thing with 50 colors, and I only use 2 of them. I just am using a bronzer, a matte bronzer, okay? I'm going right in above, like my shadow line is here, and I'm going right in above that, okay? Kind of the top of my ear to my mouth, and I'm only coming to about the edge, maybe center of my eye. I don't even think that far, about the edge of my eye, okay? Because I want to get that pulled, lifted look of my face, okay? So it takes time. Like anything, you just have to practice, like makeup. I'm practicing every day. You guys get to watch me practicing, because doing this is like, I used to do more makeup when I was younger. I never really did full face makeup, ever. I was never really into that, except for special occasions. So just like learning how to do makeup, right? It's a new experience and you got to practice. Same with envisioning yourself happy and joyful and in a healed state. Like, it takes practice. And if you can do that, like before you go to bed, first thing when you wake up, I'd probably try to do it first thing when you wake up, honestly. But if you can do that on a daily basis and practice it, just 5 minutes, set a timer for 5 minutes. Put yourself in a futuristic state of thinking of where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years. Where do you see yourself as far as happiness level? Not monetary, like not the big house or the car. I mean, you can do that too, but make sure it's a state of happiness, right? Because you can get those things and still not be happy. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has exactly what you have and is really, really amazingly happy. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that has what you have and is way worse than you and is miserable, and you know that. So everybody's on a different journey, but if you can find the happiness factor, all those other things that you get will just enhance your happiness instead of trying to depend on those things to make you happy. So it takes practice. Make sure I don't forget my forehead. I always seem to forget my forehead. Okay. We have to get to that state of it's all happening for you. Like, it's happening for you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you to grow and become the best version of you. Because without these experiences, you wouldn't ever grow, right? Like, you have to realize that things are happening for you, not to you. But it's up to you. It's up to you to determine how you perceive it, right? So if you perceive these things that are happening as why me's, I don't know why I deserve this, what did I do to deserve this, and you find yourself stuck in that, you have got to flip the script on that, and you've got to really start thinking, for me, this happened for me, and I got to figure out why this happened for me, right? Which is fine. Maybe you don't know why it happened for you yet, but you will at some point. At some point you will understand why it happened for you. And I hope that you are at a place in your life where there's at least one thing that has happened in the past that you can think of and go, oh yeah, that was a bad thing that happened. And now I can understand what I've learned from it, what changes I have made because of it, right? So it's a learning and growing process. So think back to those times where bad things have happened and how those bad things have taught you something in a lesson, right? So that is like super important. So I know it's hard, but like, even if you're in a bad place now, like, think about those times when you were in a bad place before and how far you've come. That'll happen again. So you just have to get yourself into thinking that, like, this is happening for me, and figuring out why it's happening for you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you to grow and get better, right? All right, so I'm going to go in with my Sisterly blush. And remember, these things that happen, it's not the things that happen that dictate how you feel, it's how you perceive it. Sorry, I had to read that one because I didn't want to butcher it. So it's not the things that are happening that dictate who you are. It's how you feel and you perceive it, right? So if something bad happens for you, it's how you're perceiving it. Are you perceiving it as you're going to learn and grow from it? Or are you perceiving it as you're going to be stuck in this situation forever? And why did this happen to me? So it's all about your perception. And I've said it before, like, your perception is your reality. I heard that from somebody I worked with many, many years ago, and it's always stuck with me. I've always had that in my head. I say it to my friends. I say it to my family. Like, your perception, no matter what your perception is, it's your reality. And it's your perception you have to change if you don't like your reality. So I think that's like a major takeaway from all this. So most of this is coming from the podcast. Some of it's my perception on things and just my take on what I get from the podcast. But really, it's up to you and your perspective. Okay? Remember, diamonds are created under pressure. So be a diamond. And I totally get a different take on Rihanna's song now. And I can't ever say her name if I think about it. On her song, Shine Like Bright Like a Diamond, I always think about that differently now when I think about that aspect of it, that diamonds are created under pressure, right? Just like muscle and strength is created under tension, okay? So things happen for you, not to you. It's your perspective that you gotta switch, and you gotta think about it differently to become the person that you want to be. Right? I think that was most of my notes for my positive chat I wanted to have today. But yeah, if you have any questions on that, or you just want to talk more about like positivity stuff like that, like what I do when I'm in a bad place to kind of get myself back into a more positive state, it takes a lot of work. Good morning, Jess. How's it going? It's hard. It's hard to be in a positive place, especially in the world that we're currently in, especially if you have anything bad happening, right? And I've lost people that was detrimental, and it's hard. It's hard when you lose people. It's hard when you're going through things that you think nobody understands, right? But they probably don't. They'll never understand it because it's your perspective on what happened. Doesn't mean that you can't break out of that and you can't move forward and learn from that and help somebody else later, like become better them, right? Because so many people go through those things. I'm doing good. It's Friday. I mean, I've been off all week, but it's Friday. It's Friday for everybody who had to work. All right, so my face is on. I was supposed to go take my car in yesterday, and I just lazied out. I didn't want to do it. I was like, nah, I'm going to go after I get Logan from school. And then I got Logan from school, and I was like, nah, I just kind of want to hang out at home. And like, I don't feel like going and taking my car somewhere right now because it's cold. So I'm working on, that's my goal for today, is to get my car over there. They just have to hopefully do a quick adjustment, nothing major. It's been a long process, but little adjustments here and there are finally getting my car back to where it should be. So, getting my face on in hopes that I'm leaving the house to go do something where there's people today. That's my goal. I don't know. Not that I want to do that, but that's the goal. All right, so since that's my plan, I'm going to use some set spray. So again, this is setting and primer. Got it in my mouth. Close your mouth. Don't talk when you do this. It tastes terrible. It has an interesting smell though. I wouldn't say it's bad or good. It's just interesting to me. I know it's so cold and windy. I do not want to leave the house. I just hear it. I have my little heaters on and so I set my face, prime my eyes. Oh my goodness, if you guys watched my live from yesterday, I realized after I got off my live that I was talking so much, I never put my Reverent base color on this eye. Or at least if I did not do it well, because at the end I was like, it's like, why does that look like it only has half the makeup on that it should? And I never rewatched my video, but I think that I whoopsied and got distracted by how pretty it was and I was looking at my other eye that I forgot to put it on my second eye. Oh my god, you guys. It's too much. Too much. I'm glad my husband doesn't watch this, and I'm glad he's not home listening to me, because he would just be hysterically laughing in the other room, I think. Because it's pretty funny. Alright, so let's get some eyeshadow on. Again, I'm going to do my favorite colors I use every single day. Are you sick of them yet? I'm not sick of them yet, and I've been using them for months. Alright, so if you missed the positivity chat, go back and rewatch, because I feel like today was a good one. I'm going in with Reverent, so these are my liquid shadows. So if you want to grab some eye makeup while the special is still going of build your own bundle for your eye makeup, you got 4 days left. What's today? 24th. So the 28th is the last day to grab this stuff, up to 20% off. Mascaras, brushes, shadows, liquid shadows. We have some amazing palettes. I really need to order one of those. You know me, I'll wait till like the 28th at like 11 p.m. and be like, oh man, I gotta get it. But yeah, 4 days left to grab the deals, or any of my skincare deals I have going too. All right, so that's Reverent. Easy peasy. Just put it on nice and lightly. Spread it around. Make sure I get my other eye today. Good thing I didn't go in public yesterday. Did I go in public? I did. I went to the grocery store. Probably looking like a loopy. Oh well. Alright. So, Reverent, again, liquid shadow. This is so easy. So if you were like, I don't know how to do eyeshadow that well, I'm telling you guys, stuff is so good. I'm going to have to pull out one of my other high-end palettes I had that I used to use that they just sit in the drawer now. Like, I literally don't even look at it, think about it, nothing, because I love these so much. I'm going to have to grab one of those. Grab one of those. And do like a side-by-side of like old favorite, new favorite, so you guys can see the difference in like a high quality shadow and these liquid shadows, because the pigment in these things is great. So pretty. Alright, got my base color on. I am forgetting things. I didn't even get highlight on today. I was like on such a roll of positivity that I just was like, whew, thought I was burning through stuff. Alright, so since it is set and prime, I can use it and go back over it and it's not going to mess it up. Isn't that nice? It's such a nice, and I could respray again if I need to. I'm going to go with my highlight, since I totally forgot that, and it's like one of my favorite things. Get it together, right? Get it together, Kara. It's Friday. It's Friday. I don't want to go back to work Monday. I'm just going to say it. I miss my students because they're amazing, but I kind of like this being at home daily, Bob, and like hanging out with you guys and doing these lives every day. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. So if you're on the replay, say hey. Feel free to tell me how crazy I'm being. But no, my students are super cute. So a bunch of them, they went on a trip for ski week, like a school not sponsored trip, and so they're over there in like Europe and France and stuff. They're doing a whole cool week-long trip, and they're like sending me little videos of them like signing. If you didn't know, I teach American Sign Language, so they're like sending me videos signing to me that they're practicing, that they're with other students from other classes. So I love to see that, different levels. So I have some level 3 students, there were some level 2 students, and they're all signing together. They like choreographed this like little spiel to me, so they're all signing the same thing at the same time. It was so cute, and just the fact that they're like on another continent and thinking of me while they're on this amazing trip. It was so neat, and so like just heartfelt to get this message from my kiddos. Like randomly, they like, I have an Instagram for my students, so randomly on my student Instagram, they're like, hey Miss S, we miss you, but like all signing it to me. So super cute. So I miss them, and I can't wait to hear. I'm sure that's all I'm gonna hear about for like 2 or 3 days. I feel like I have to plan that into my lesson plans, is time for them to share about their trip, which might actually be a good day for the first couple of days. What did you do over break? And they can like chat in sign language about what they did over break and share their stories. All right, so I'm going in. This is more liquid shadow. I'm using it as an eyeliner. Okay. I just put it on my liner brush. Down there. And then what I do, because I like to color in the lines, I just pull it out. You see? So I pull out this line from my bottom. Not because I want a winged liner look, but because this girl needs lines to color in. Okay, so I pull it out on both sides, which it looks kind of cool like that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. But I use it for a different purpose. Okay, so that is admired. This is just a matte brown, not available right now. But again, if you're interested in grabbing this one, message me, and if it does come available, I for sure, you would be the first one to know as soon as I know, because I love it. I might have to order another one next time it comes available just because it's limited edition. I'm hoping it comes back around. Some of the other colors, there's like oranges and greens and blues, limited edition too. And some of those are available right now. And they're so pretty and they only pop up every few months. So hopefully, you never know, because they're limited edition. You never know, and they'll just stop having those as an option. All right, so I'm going to go in with Ornate. Okay, this is a it's not really copper. It kind of looks a little coppery, brown, bronzy, brown, pretty, pigmented, gorgeous. Okay. And I just put the smallest amount. Okay. Barely anything came off of this thing. This stuff will last you forever. And I think I like this. It's like the fluffy crease brush, it's just smaller. I forget the name of it, but I believe it is on sale right now too. So, and then I'm gonna take this guy, color to my line, kind of blend out my line a little bit so it's not as harsh. I like a harsher line, so I don't totally blend it out. Okay. And all the while when I'm dabbing, I'm pulling up like to this, I'm doing kind of like little circle dots and then like pulling up to where I want that corner to like pull to, right? See? So it pulls up. So pretty. So pretty, pretty. Right? And this top part down. And you just work it in. You can add more. Can't really take it away, but that's why you start small and you build up. It's buildable. So if you put less is more, start with less and then build up to the amount that you like, or the pigment level that you like, or the darkness that you like, right? Okay. A little bit of easy contour. If I can do this, you guys can do this if you don't know how to do this. I feel like so many of my friends know how to do this and I'm just like late to the game. But if you don't, now you do. And if you know better tricks, message me, please. Tell me your tricks. Tell me the ways. Share the ways. All right. So dab that on there. Sorry, my mirror is like right here next to my phone. So if I'm like down here, that's why. I know I'm like in the comments. But I gotta be able to see. I think I'm gonna have my husband mount this mirror on the wall somewhere near, so I can like just have it right here because it was supposed to be for the bathroom, but I'm really using it over here more than I think I'll use it in the bathroom. But if I still want one in the bathroom, I suppose I could order. It's like one of those telescoping ones, and the mirror flips around and it has its own light. And right now I'm doing a balancing act because it's like the best mirror I have right now. So, because it's supposed to be mounted on a wall. So it's like balanced against some things. I've overshared today. I'm on a roll of chattiness. Okay. Y'all have that same thing? Whoa. That doesn't usually come out of my mouth. Where one side is always like perfect in your view, and then the other side is like, why does that side of my face look crooked? So they talk about good side, bad sides. I feel like it's just not. Like when I look in the mirror, it looks balanced. But when I look like side to side, I feel like this one's up higher and a little bit darker. Easy does it. Don't get crazy. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more, like a little lower, so I can kind of blend it up. Because I feel like that this side comes up, the brown comes up higher, right? And people here to like help me. All right. There. That's better, right? See how easy that was? I just built it up. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. I can tell the difference. I brought it up a little bit higher. I feel like it balances more. All right. It's so pretty. Good side. Good side. They're both great when I look at them independently. Anybody else have that same issue? Is it just me? If you have that same issue, just hit a thumbs up. Also, if you want to support me and be a good friend, I'm just kidding. If you feel so inclined to share my video on your page, I would be so ever thankful. It would be the sweetest thing ever. Especially today, I think was a really good positivity chat. So like if you are feeling that, or you think just somebody you know might be like, oh, so-and-so I think would really benefit from hearing that. Or even if you think so-and-so might benefit from hearing that, they're just not in a place for that yet, share it. Because sometimes you never know, like planting a seed of positivity can like just grow, you know, you water it and it grows. So yeah. All right. So I think I'm good with that. Let's get some mascara on and probably call it a day. I'm gonna also do, so this is Hottie Lip Plumper. Come on, little baby. Up, come on. She's such a baby. She like has to wait till I give her permission. And then she's gonna go fluff my bed. Can you see her? Here. Hey, I just made that. Hey, stop it. Yeah. Hey, stop fluffing the pillows. Pit bulls. Anybody have a pit bull? If you have a pit bull, draw me some hearts. She just fluffed as soon as I turned around, didn't she? I hate when she digs on my blankets. All right. So little plumper. Okay, Hottie Lip Plumper. Just little less pigmented. Can barely see it. Just adds a little bit of pink. It's a little tingly, but not like some of those others. But yeah, I think the tingling brings more blood to your lips, so that in turn is what makes them look and feel more plump. So you get a little bit of that, but it's just a really good lip gloss too if you like lip glosses. Okay. So, mascara. We're to the end of our tour here, right? So I'm a curler girl. I'm going to curl my lashes. And then I'm going to use my Twisted today. I did both yesterday, and when I looked later in the day, I left it on like that all day. When I look later in the day, I think I like the Twisted more. I think the Epic 4D is great for special occasions, but I definitely like this Twisted one better. Okay. And if I haven't told you, it's on sale. It's up to 20% off. So if you need a mascara, let me know. Up to 20% off. And remember, every 3 months you should be swapping these guys out. They start to get crusty and dry out because right, every time you open it, you're exposing it to air, and then we like do that pumpy thing where we swizzle it around in there, and that's just putting more air in there and drying it out. So you're not going to get the best performance from your mascara if you're not swapping it out about every 3 months, give or take. All right. So in addition to this just being an amazing mascara with 2 wands, it also has biotin in it. You guys remember what biotin is? I feel like I know about this stuff, but we forget. So biotin is a vitamin B complex, but it is the vitamin B complex that is keratin. I feel like we all hear keratin all the time. It's always on the labels. This is in the ingredient list for this mascara. Okay, active ingredient, biotin, which promotes lash growth, right? So it has keratin, and keratin does lash growth. It helps your hairs, right, all over your body. So if we're putting it on our lashes, it is going to help your lash growth. Okay. All right, so go on with the little one to grab all of those little hairs. Okay. So that keratin is going to help strengthen your eyelashes and prevent breakage, right? So they're going to get strong so they don't break. Especially when we're putting product on them. I'm about to run out. I'm probably going to have to order some soon because mine's definitely, oh, that was a good swab. But I feel like I've had mine probably about 3 months too. Maybe a little longer. Okay, I'm going to go in with my bigger brush. So just like our skincare or our foundation and concealer that are infused with skincare, the mascara is too. No, I'm kidding, it's not a secret. Shout it from the rooftops. Everybody should be doing what's best for their bodies and their skin. And this is one way to get additional nutrients on your lashes without having to do like a serum or extra stuff. Like it's in something that you're probably already going to use. I don't know about you guys, but I use mascara every day. I don't leave my house without mascara on. If it is the only thing I put on, it is mascara. I usually do eyeshadow and mascara, but yeah. So this is also going to help smooth out your lashes, right? Making them not look, you know how like your hair gets broken at the ends, right? When it needs a trim after time, your lashes do the same thing. It's just hard to see that. So this helps smooth your lashes so that it is a nice, like, you know how you see those zoomed in images of like lashes and hairs like that, like you want it to be that nice round coney shape that's healthy but not breaking. So the ingredients in here is going to help with that, right? It also has, I don't remember the name of it, another ingredient which actually binds water molecules to the hair shaft. What? So it's literally binding water molecules to the hair shaft. So if you're like, what is that? What is she talking about? I don't think anybody here would be like, what is she talking about? I think you guys all know what that means. But just in case you forgot science class, which is fine. I forget English and history. Science sticks with me though. So pretty much on little water molecules, if you can picture little water balls, right? Little tiny little water molecules, moisture balls of water sticking to your lashes. And what is that going to do? It is going to add hydration. Another reason why your lashes are going to get stronger, smoother, and not break, because they're going to be pumped full of hydration. Just like we want our hair hydrated, we don't want it dry, brittle, and breaking. We don't want our eyelashes dry, brittle, and breaking. We don't want our eyebrows dry, brittle, and breaking. Like, these are all hairs on our body, and it's important that we take care of them too. And keratin is one of those things that helps with that. Okay, and that is infused into this mascara. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I always forget to talk about it, but it's pretty darn cool. So, if you want to try this mascara, remember, it is up to 20% off for the next 4 days. I don't know if it's going to be on sale next month. I know our sales change monthly. So grab it while it's 20% off. Grab one for you. Grab one for your bestie. Grab one for your mom. Grab one. Because It is great mascara. It is literally nutrients for your lashes while doing this, right? That's about all I got. So I got adulting goals, as Jessica said, of taking my car in today. My son has pizza with his friends. They do this pizza thing every Friday, which I think is the cutest thing. I gotta stop saying cute. He's gonna be in high school next year. But I think it's so cool. Like him and his friends, they all pitch in on Fridays. They'll take their dollars and they go to this pizza place. That's like on the corner of where a school is. And they go there and they all pitch in and they get a pizza or two, depending on how many kids show up. And then they go to like the little liquor store that's right next door and they get a 2-liter in cups. And they have pizza and drinks like with their friends. And that's such a nice like Friday thing to look forward to. I know lots of people in like corporate businesses like, oh, Friday, let's go to lunch. I know I used to work at a school and I miss all my teacher friends when we used to go to lunch on Fridays. It was the best. It was like so nice just to get off campus and just spend time with good quality people in an atmosphere that isn't children screaming. All right, so I hit my face a little bit right there. It's my mascara wand at the end. Not sure if you saw it, but I let it dry for a minute and then I just kind of scrape it off. Gone. Didn't even know I made that mistake. So yeah, so they do this pizza thing on Fridays, which super nice. I'm hoping the rain holds off so that they can have their pizza day, because I don't know, I just think and it's just a group of boys. Like it's so just neat that they go and they get that like bonding buddy time. Like, I don't know, it's so cool. If somebody doesn't have money, they all just pitch in. Like, you know, somebody's like, oh, I don't have money today. And they're like, it's fine, just come and eat and you'll get me next time. Like, it's just like really kind. And I really like it. I really like that he found some really kind friends at his new school. Because he just started here last year, October. It was a year in October. So he just started at the school. So he's already made some really good friends and it's nice. So, yay. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a positively beautiful Friday. Go back to work on Monday, so I won't be seeing you as often. I'll still do my afternoon lives when I get home, and I'll do makeup lives on the weekends. But yeah, I'm gonna take my collagen. I didn't talk about it, but if you haven't heard about the benefits of collagen, collagen is something your body stops producing about your 20s, your 30s, but it's something that we need. It can help with joint health. I was watching my friend's chat the other day and she was saying that I guess one of her fingers, she had some joint pain in one of her fingers, and she's been taking this I think for like 2-3 weeks now. She was on her 15-day trial thing, and she said the joint pain in her finger is gone. So that to me is amazing. Sometimes when things go away, you're not sure, is that like because of that, or is that just because of the season, or because of me, or what? So it's hard to know. I have noticed my hairline thickening. I'm not sure if it's new growth yet, but I definitely have noticed some thickening of my hairline. That in addition to my nails. My nails are definitely getting thicker and stronger to where they're not peeling and breaking. I don't know if anybody has experienced that yet when they start splitting down the middle. That's fun. So that has stopped, which I'm so thankful for, because sometimes it starts to like hurt, and then like, I don't know, when your nails split, and like I'm a hair toucher, so like they'd always get caught in my hair and I'd have hair pulling and ripping my nails more, and it was like this horrible vicious circle. Since collagen, that has stopped. Okay. This is a liquid collagen, so the absorption rate is faster than a powder. Not to say there's not great powder collagens out there, there are, but just knowing that like a liquid is a little bit more absorbent. This is also a marine collagen, so this one is targeted more towards hair and nails and those types of things, where like a marine or a bovine collagen is targeted more towards like helping with your muscles when they're sore and tired after working out. The words are not coming to me. So it just depends on what you need. But if you're not sure and you just want more information about collagen, just message me collagen, and I will definitely share with you just information, just if not anything else. But yeah, this one's a marine collagen, so it's more closely matched with human collagen, so meaning it being a liquid, and one that is more closely matched to our body. The absorption rate is a lot better. It's more easily absorbed. So it's like peachy. It's a little tangy. So yeah, this will help though. If you're having dull skin, lifeless skin, saggy skin, you're losing elasticity, this can help with that. It's also going to help with things like gut health and other things internally, right? So you're taking care of your body from the inside out. Okay. Have a positively beautiful day, everybody, and I'll catch you probably tomorrow.